Hey everybody, Matt Hill. I'm here at the SPE Frac conference here in Houston, Texas. I'm honored to come down here and introduce you to technology and friends of mine. Introduce yourself, Meg.
I'm Meg Dodge with Drill2Frac. Been with the company about 6 years and currently a general management role, but lots of hats. So just
What does a general manager role do?
Yeah.
You knew that question was coming. General manager,
uh
like a general, like March.
you know,
You say, no, you don't.
I
think
wish
like
I
that.
wish. I mean, some of our technical guys may tell me I try to ask them to do that, but no, more of a just
You know everything.
no,
about the
no, I don't know everything. I just try to keep everybody in line and on track when they get off track, because
It's helpful.
that's about it. Yeah,
We
everything.
we all in our industry beg and plead for the next generation to come into our ranks. And very importantly, we need women in leadership roles. The more, diversity of thought, right? Like, I don't want to be at a boardroom and miss anything that we could do to improve our, capabilities as a service company or an operator or just as an industry that's providing abundant and reliable energy to the world. So
Sure.
what you do is even more vital. You probably already knew that, just because, you can do your job, about oil and gas, your company, but you're a beacon to the next generation of young women who need to come into our industry. And
Sure.
it's harder and harder, right?
Yeah. And I think that being said, back to your question of the role as a general manager, right? We have a team of technical advisors that have an education, specific education to what their specialty is and what they're doing as far as the data analytics, the engineering, the completions. And I don't have that background, right? But I've been able to understand it enough and be able to connect the technical minds that understand that to the frontline communication of what is somebody's objective from high level, and how do you marry those minds from the objective of an operator to a technical team. So I didn't come to the industry with any background. I was given a chance with Weatherford Labs, and I learned what technical education and experience can bring me, but I didn't have to know it all, right?
Right.
The key role in my specific role with my background was connecting the people for the right purpose. And I think that is something that some women get nervous about in the industry, is they think that they're just out there to sell and open a door. But if they can trust themselves and expand their own knowledge and be open to learn more, they can then be able to really connect the pieces between technical minds and what your end users are needing and meeting those objectives.
Absolutely. There's endless amount of fascinating people here. They're just looking for the next piece of the puzzle to solve, what they're doing.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm here to promote the SPE, and I'm on the board in Oklahoma City, and all of our events and meetings are vital. And all these service companies, you took your time and efforts and put this booth out here, but what's really cool is what you guys actually do. 30,000-foot view, what is Drill2Frac?
So what we do is we try to get operators the most insight and data that they can from information they get on every single well, right?
Yep.
So we are taking existing drilling data gathered on every well. We do ask for a handful of ancillary data included, but that is also data that is gathered on every well. And then what we do with that is we turn that drilling data, the standard MSE, mechanical specific energy. It's a noisy track, usually usable for drilling efficiency understanding to a certain extent. But one of the inputs is that data is the energy it's taking that bit to break the rock. So we specialize in normalizing out the noise from that data that's relative to drilling efficiencies. And what you end up left with is the energy it's taking that bit to break the rock, most relative to the confined compressive strength of the rock. So the output is a rock strength log on a 1 to 5 foot resolution, depending on drilling data input and noise of all that data. And so the operator is able to see what is the average rock strength throughout their entire wellbore within each stage, and then what is the heterogeneity of that rock throughout the entire wellbore and within each stage. Beyond that, you can then understand how is that near wellbore actually affecting your treatment.
Right.
And yes, we're not looking at anything far field, but you're not going to reach far field unless you have efficient frac initiation, right? So that's what the base of our data is. The log also does identify when a child well is drilling through localized depletion, whether it's depletion around a hydraulic fracture or depletion around a natural feature connecting to an offset well. That happens as you're drilling through a depletion. It is actually harder to drill through. Deflated balloon, needle through it, a little harder to push the needle. Inflated balloon, that needle pops right away, right? So on our log, that comes through as harder rock. We're able to identify what that signature looks like on drilling and our log and help operators mitigate FDI risk because they can proactively see if I place a frac here or I place a cluster here, I'm at high risk of directly hitting my offsets.
Well, that's going to come in handy for many people.
Yes, and it has already, and it's pretty awesome.
A lot of close spacing, you know, in many areas. So that's.
And sometimes it allows operators to space closer because they can see where they can mitigate risk and still tap into some untapped reservoir, offsetting maybe historical frac designs where they had a lot of overstimulation. So there's a lot of understimulated rock. So if they move closer, avoid the depletion from the overstimulated fractures, they have the opportunity to enhance their well uniformity in the areas that have not been tapped into yet.
Man, that's great data. In Oklahoma, I think we're going to see a big uptick of refracs as well. So having that data is going to be crucial.
Yeah. And on refracs, because we use data that you already have, we can actually tell you what that near wellbore looked like when you first drilled it.
Nice.
We can then take your as pumped completion design and model where you likely had overstimulated versus understimulated fracs. So if somebody is going in and they don't want to do an entire refrac on the whole well,
there's just some no reason to.
So we can help them see where did they have better stimulation, overstimulation, what part of that wellbore might be understimulated that they could focus some of their refrac on. And so even that can be proactive for refracs because it's data that you have on every well, right? So we can run it on historical wells anytime. Yeah.
We've been drilling for 20 years and doing a lot of horizontals. And so this is a great option, boys and girls. Go out there and refrac all your wells in Oklahoma.
Yeah, there you go.
No reason to plug and abandon or sell them anymore. Like just go and refrac. Take Drill2Frac every single time. I'm going to help you.
Okay.
I like this. We need this.
I would appreciate that.
So what do you think next steps are for Drill2Frac? You got anything big in the works that you guys really think you might be able to do next?
Yeah, we're working on the development of automation associated with a holistic approach of some post-frac analytics. We give the data, it's proactive. The operators use it to make a change. Sometimes we get the feedback and the data associated with treatment or FDI mitigation, but we don't always get that. Maybe we'll just get the next job. So we're working on building or standardizing some post-treatment analysis processes, some FDI pressure and offset pressure analysis, trying to find a way to automate some of that. Operators want to know that, but it's very tedious, right? So if we can find a way to establish a holistic approach to FDIs through an automated process that kind of helps everybody, that's what we're trying to go to.
See, I talk about it all the time, energy education. We need more and more and more STEM people coming into our ranks so they can take over all this automation we want to give them.
Yep.
Scientists. Who knew we'd have this many programmers and robots in our future?
Yep.
I was like, we'll always be using sledgehammers in our industry. Maybe not. All right.
Even some of our experts have differing backgrounds, but what they brought to our ability to do what we do in our industry is phenomenal.
So I'm never surprised anymore, just impressed beyond belief.
For sure.
How does everybody get a hold of you, and what's the best way to find out everything about Drill2Frac?
Drill2Frac.com has some information, but we have a general number you can find on the website.
General number to the general manager.
It actually does go directly to me.
Great. Okay.
And then info@Drill2Frac.
Okay.
Leora, one of our greatest people over here, she gets those and she'll reach out to all of us. Also, first dot last name. So if you know any of our technical advisors, if you look us up on LinkedIn, first name dot last name @Drill2Frac.com.
All right. Well, I told you there's a lot of reasons to come to the SP. You'll be here tomorrow.
You will.
A lot of other booths here. Come down, check out everything, and network.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. Appreciate you very much.
Absolutely.
Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye.